What's going on, everybody? This is MDENT313, and I'm back at y'all with another one. What I want to talk about is my prediction. It may shock you, but my prediction for the NFL NFC West teams, right? And that whole division. And let's talk about this division. We got the reigning NFC champions. I don't know why I wanted to say Eastern Conference, but we got the reigning NFC champions, and I can't stand them 49ers, right? Because they broke my Lions' heart. But that's a story for another day, if you will. We have one of the Lions' arch rivals in the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know why the Seattle Seahawks give us so many problems, right? Next, you have the up-and-coming Arizona Cardinals, who had a phenomenal draft, in my personal opinion. Last but not least, we have the Los Angeles Rams, and that's going to be a tough division, right? I'm predicting that it might possibly be either 3 teams from the NFC West, from the NFC West, or it may be 3 teams from the NFC North division that is going to the playoffs, right? I'm torn between which division I want to pick 3 teams, right? Now, I'm going to rank these teams in my personal opinion, from 4th, from the lowest to the top, right? Coming in at number 4, the Seattle Seahawks. Even though the Seattle Seahawks have a phenomenal roster, when I look at the quarterbacks, even though Geno Smith have been playing well, and I did draft Geno Smith as my backup quarterback in my fantasy football draft, if I'm being honest, Geno Smith is the worst quarterback in this division. Now, do that mean he's a bad quarterback? Absolutely not, because he's not. But he's the worst out the bunch. Now, I think the Seahawks are going to be regressing. Tyler Lockett is another year older. DK Metcalf is another year older. Geno Smith, he ain't your long-term answer at quarterback, but they still have a dynamite defense. And the Seattle Seahawks will be dangerous this season. So, unfortunately, I have to clip somebody, and I think due to him being the worst quarterback, not a bad quarterback, but the worst, I'm going to put the Seattle Seahawks at 4. Now, coming in at number 3 will be the Arizona Cardinals. I think the Arizona Cardinals are on the upswing, especially if Kyler Murphy can stay healthy. I think the addition of Marvin Harrison, then you got Trey McBride at the tight end spot. You got what is his name? That running back that they drafted. He's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I think their offense will be spectacular, but the defense is going to leave a lot to be desired. So for that reason alone, because the Arizona Cardinals, if I'm being honest, out this entire division, has the absolute worst defense, but their offense, I think, is going to be spectacular, especially if Kyler Murray can stay healthy. So with that being said, I'm going to put Arizona at number 3. Coming in at number 2, this is going to shock you, and I know y'all might be roasting me in the comment section, and I'm not saying this because they beat my Detroit Lions in the NFC Championship game, but I'm going to put the 49ers there. Listen, it's only so long that a team's championship window stay open, right? Trent Williams, phenomenal, legendary offensive tackle. He's only getting older. I think he's banged up. We know he's banged up. Brock Purdy, he's been having a terrible preseason and terrible camps, throwing interceptions all over the place, right? Now, on paper, they do have one of the best rosters in the business, right? In addition to that, I believe it's a lot of friction with Brandon Ayuk in the organization. Do I think they will pay him? Yeah, I think they will pay him, but I don't think that he wants to be there anymore, in my personal opinion. I think he said that he wanted to be traded. He said that he wanted to be traded. I think originally if they would have paid him the money when he was asking, I don't think he's worth that kind of money, even though he's a good receiver. I don't think it's too many receivers that just got like how you just had the Dallas Cowboy receiver. He just got that extension for $88 million. I wouldn't put Brandon Ayuk in the same category as a CD Lamb. No way, no how. Right? So, in my personal opinion, I think the San Francisco 49ers are headed for a downward trend. Trent Williams' injury, I think Brock Purdy, confidence may be rocked from having bad mini camps and bad preseason, as well as the Brandon Ayuk want to get up out of there, right? Also, in addition to that, Christian McCaffrey, he's another year older. I don't see him having the same level of success this year as he did last year because teams are going to stack the box, right? The only way, in my personal opinion, I can see the 49ers continuing to do what they done is if that rookie wide receiver that they drafted, Ricky Pearsall, if he emerged as a serious player. I mean, because when you look at Deebo Samuel, he's not the same caliber of player he used to be. He's been dealing with a bunch of injuries. He's getting older. I think they kind of used him up, and he's just not the same. When you look at, in addition to that, their tight end, George Kittle, he's well past it. Solid tight end, but I think his production is going to continue to regress as they lean more into trying to be a run-first team, right? So with that being said, I think their defense will still do enough to keep them in playoff contention, and I think their offense will be decent enough to keep them in playoff contention, but I can see a first-round exit for the 49ers. Shocking. I have who I'm afraid of, who my Detroit Lions will be facing this season in the first game of the season. Yes, the Los Angeles Rams. What I think Sean McVay has done with what Sean McVay has done with the Los Angeles Rams have been spectacular. I love the way they've been drafting. They got two gems from last year's draft when you talk about Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams. And yes, I picked both of them back up for my fantasy football team. I think they will be absolutely phenomenal. I personally believe that Matthew Stafford is completely healed from those injuries that hampered him last year, and he's going to be on a mission. I think that this Lions game, he's going to be fired up. He's going to be ready to go. They almost beat my Detroit Lions in the playoffs. That was an extremely tough, competitive game. They have an offensive firepower out of this world. You also got Cooper Kupp, who's going to be returning, who's completely healthy, and he's going to be looking to get back into that triple threat conversation. It's going to be hard for him to do that because Puka Nacua was catching everything under the sun last year. And I do think to keep Matthew Stafford healthy, they're going to have a dual threat running game, which features Kyron Williams as well as Blake Horn. That defense is getting better. I love their draft this year. Drafting Byron Young, defensive tackle. I mean, they got good defensive ends. Solid in the secondary. Linebackers is but I think because they have the best quarterback in that division with the respectable defense and one of the best coaches, head coaches, well, you can make a case for Shanahan because Kyle Shanahan is a phenomenal coach as well. San Francisco's defense is better than the Rams, but the Rams' offense will be much better than the 49ers. And I got the Los Angeles Rams winning that division. And I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I got them winning that division by a couple of games. And I got the Los Angeles Rams going on a phenomenal run. They will be 13-4 this season. Book it. Yes, I said it. Let me know who you got winning this division. Put it in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to the Greatest Sports Show on YouTube. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back at y'all later. Peace.